60 Pittsburgh.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Magoo. And that's caught by Smith. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
X3, 218, chopper.
To throw is Magoo. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Magoo looking to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Go! 30 base.
Now Jones. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On second down, it's Jones. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right,
Get it.
Magoo back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Point it right. Blue draw, quarter.
A gain of 4.
Real.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets home. Yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's going to be a long day.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Play fake. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing here, Magoo. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, Echo.
Now Magoo. And that's complete to Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Irv Smith Jr. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A big run there by Gurley. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9. Mayfield going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch safety green.
Coaching spell. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete. That's Adams. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
46-yard line.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha. Topper, 5.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Now on first down, he'll drive to throw it. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Alert, 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 alert. Kings, Kings, Kings.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this. At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical. Are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Alert, alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
James has got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
To throw, Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll set up to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Hey, Delta.
In your face.
Snap.
Magoo. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. A try here for the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Is good. Makes the score Saints 31, Raiders nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
180. Regular.
Brings up 2nd
X3.
and 9.
218. Chop.
At the 14-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. Open man is Trey Burton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Blue draw Corker.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And here we go.
Point it right. Let's go. Watch out.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. This pass complete to Higgins. Touchdown! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Regular. I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. He gets it to Cooks. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Regular. 6'6", pull it high.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, and the Saints will have the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
To pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the curl.
They'll go again to Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Ten Tucson.
55. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Speed grip.
To throw is Magoo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
64, weak. Smooth.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Under goes. Third and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mayfield now, rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
70, Indy.
This is Jones. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Saints, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip. lit, you was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause I got it. Now that you wanna be famous, they act like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that hate us. I make a lot of new money. When the not saving. You liking my flavor, I think it's cause. On the rails, watch out for us. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.